Well, hello, everybody. It's Chris Mullins, the phone sales doctor of intake specialists worldwide. Don't forget, any questions that you have about these expert interviews, you can email me at phonesuccessdoctor@gmail.com. That's phone, P-H-O-N-E, success, S-U-C-C-E-S-S. Doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, @gmail.com. Any questions about these expert interviews and anything else, happy to help you. Very excited about our guest expert today, Jana Eatman. And and hopefully I say your name correctly?
Yes, you got it perfect.
Perfect, with Spotlight Branding. And so, Jana, why don't you go ahead and just take it from the beginning, and let's talk about what you want everybody to know.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Go ahead and introduce yourself first.
Okay. Yes, so my name is Jana Eatman, and I am with Spotlight Branding. I'm a brand strategist here, which is essentially, the person who our attorney clients will talk to decide if this might be a good fit for them. And I'll give you guys my contact information up front here as well. It's Jana, Jana, at spotlightbranding.com, SPOTLIGHT. BRANDING. That's also our website. And so, yes, I am the person who's essentially on the front lines talking to solo and small firm attorneys all over the country about, what it is that we do, which in a nutshell is content marketing. We're very big on referral-based marketing, and we aim to bring our clients more referrals and higher quality clients and a higher return on investment of all of the marketing that they're doing. That's the short and sweet spiel.
Awesome. Well, go ahead and get into it. What would you like us to know?
So the biggest thing that I think it's important for, a solo or small firm attorney to know is that you may be staying in touch already with your past clients and current clients and other attorneys, but I can almost guarantee you that you are not staying in touch with them as frequently as you could be. And so especially during the pandemic, when networking is definitely at an all-time low, you're not able to have those happy hours or go to lunches with other attorneys. So doing things online that can keep you top of mind and increase the chances of those referrals happening is more important now than ever. So that's the biggest thing that I think it would be helpful for any solo or small firm attorney in any practice area to really take advantage of and make sure they're doing consistently.
Let me just interrupt you for a quick second here. When you talk about the networking and everything, what are some of the great ways to stay in touch with your network? What are some of the things that we can be doing?
Yes, so I would say one of the most underutilized but most effective is an email newsletter. I know a lot of people will sometimes say, I always junk the newsletters or the emails that I get. I get hundreds and hundreds a day, but they are so impactful just to remind people who you are and what you do and associate your firm name along with something that you can do to help them out. And even if people don't read the email in its entirety, they're still getting little nuggets of information and getting that subconscious reinforcement that they need. So email newsletter is a huge one. Social media is obviously a very popular one, and there are tons of different platforms. Facebook's pretty popular, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. So I've even heard of people being on TikTok lately, which has been a fun one, putting some content out on there. But those are two big ones whenever you're not able to do the in-person ones. And webinars have actually been a pretty big one, gaining some steam throughout the quarantine as well.
Okay. And when you talk about referral-based marketing, what are you talking about when you say that?
So referral-based marketing is all about eliciting referrals from your network versus trying to bring in new leads and then having to sell them and convert them when they're not quite as warm. So we love referrals because they're primed. They're ready to go. They know a lot about you and your services, probably your pricing, and they were told about you from someone that they most likely trust, a friend or a family member. So for a lot of reasons, referrals are really good quality clients. And so that's where we like to focus our efforts, more of a quantity versus or quality over quantity type idea versus a lot of the lead generation, which is just casting a wide net and reeling in a lot of things. And some may be good here and there, but a lot of times it's just unqualified leads.
But like when you say referral-based marketing, are you talking about lawyers getting clients through referral-based marketing, or are you talking about lawyers getting other law firms to refer them, like having a referral network, law firm to law firm?
Yes, both, honestly. We think that both have their place, and past clients are a really good one. Current clients who are able to send those your way are great. We also don't want to neglect other attorneys who may be able to send you business or other networking professional. So, like real estate agents may send them to like a real estate lawyer, or therapists may be able to send them to family lawyers. So anyone who could possibly send you someone who might can use your services is someone that we consider a part of your referral network and someone that you need to keep those active touch points with.
Okay. What else would you like us to know?
I would say that when it comes to content, that quality trumps quantity. That's probably a recurring theme that you're hearing just a bit. But the content that we create and that we encourage our clients and any attorney really to put out should be something that is written in a way that it appeals to your potential clients and lets them know that you can help them with their problem, not necessarily content that is appealing to the Google robots and the algorithms and trying to get the people that are searching on Google. So that's probably one of the big pieces. A lot of times I will get calls and talk to attorneys who ask how many blogs we're doing because they want to have, a few every single week that are constantly going up. And the main reason for the frequency and the desire for that is search engines. And the more content that you can put with the keyword saturated, information there, normally brings in more people from Google who are searching family lawyer, Charlotte. That's where we are. But what we're looking for and what we write and encourage our clients to include on their website and all of their content is really good quality, well-written content that emotionally resonates with the person who's reading it and lets them know that they can trust you, that you're really good at what you do, and that you are the attorney that they need to hire.
So you just said something that is an area that I focus a lot on is emotions. Give some examples on an emotionally resonated content.
So instead of so a lot of times whenever we have like headlines or something on the homepage, taglines that, let people know, I might even be able to pull up a couple examples that we've done before, but something that lets people know that, you're going to help them through the journey that they're on and almost create a story that shows them they're going to get to their happy ending versus, hi, I'm a criminal attorney in Charlotte, and that being the extent of it. So we're very big on a book by Donald Miller called Story Brand. Are you familiar with it?
No.
I highly recommend it, and it is such a great idea, which is essentially that you want to position yourself as this hero, or no, not as the hero, as the guide, and you're helping the hero, who is your client, get through the troublesome, situation that they're in to the happy ending. And so all the content needs to be something that lets them know that, you can guide them efficiently like a Yoda or a Gandalf and help them get to their happy ending. So we think a lot about story whenever we're writing it. And so I'll have to look up a couple examples of some of the like taglines and article headlines that we've written before that emotionally like resonate with people. I'm drawing a blank now that I'm on the spot.
Well, that's okay. So let's do this. So one of the things that I talk to law firms a lot about with intake, because intake specialists are dealing with relationships and emotions and empathy and salesmanship, communications, and all of that stuff. And they're the first voice being heard and dealt with at the law firm, not the lawyer. And I challenge our clients with this one question, and I find many don't have the answer. Why should I choose your law firm over all the rest? And I ask that question, and as I say, many don't have the answer, or the kind of answers they come up with are things like mission statements and just really the same thing that everybody says, oh, I've been doing this for 30 years, we win X amount of cases, things like that. But you're talking, when you talk about the Story Brand book and stories and emotional emotions, is there, like, could you give an example? Could you take a stab at an example on what might be a good response to why I should choose your law firm that you're talking about?
Like what some of our clients might say would be the reason that a person would choose their law firm. Yeah,
but keeping it like you're trying to say, the Story Brand book, the emotions, keeping emotions in it, because it's the emotions and speaking to the prospective client like an everyday person that's going to get them attracted to you. And so when you say, why should I choose your law firm, we should have an answer that's emotional and that can really resonate with a prospective client so that they go, yeah, they're talking about me, and then they can pick up the phone.
I see what you mean. And it's not a specific example, but one thing that I know that really does hit that emotional aspect is whenever it's very clearly conveyed at the beginning that a lawyer, that they personally have gone through whatever situation that they might be trying to help someone out with. So when I just saw recently, they were like mesothelioma like attorneys, working for this, very specific niche, and it was because the attorney's father had passed away from lung cancer. And so any time that, there's a truth and like a story that the lawyer has that explains why they're doing the certain area of law, I think that's probably one of the most powerful ways that, that can like sway people. Now, I know that's obviously not an option for everybody in every aspect, but those, I think, especially in areas of like family law or estate planning, someone who's seen, their parents be swindled by the system in a way, and so they're fighting to make sure that their clients don't get, messed up in the process of their estate planning. Those are some of the very powerful ones that are coming to mind that I've seen.
Yeah, but you could even so that makes sense what you just said, but also like nursing homes, maybe an attorney has had parents that have had to deal with nursing home neglect.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yes. Or personal injury, someone who may have, been they have somebody who may have, been in some sort of accident like that, and so now they're fighting for the rights of people that were in a similar situation. Absolutely.
Is there something that a law firm can do, like steps they can take to try to start to develop their stories that they could end up using and sharing?
Oh, absolutely. And I know the book itself, there's even a downloadable resource that you can kind of fill out yourself. It'll, it asks all about what your ideal client looks like, some of their characteristics, and it gives you a whole like board to walk through to create the Story Brand thing. But on a, more broad level, I think that starting out by having a website with imagery right on the homepage that really conveys the emotion that you want someone to feel, instead of having the very, generic and cliche, sorry if this offends anyone, but the gavel or the scales of justice or the courtroom steps that are just very general. So I think imagery is really powerful, and having some, powerful images or video or like moving pictures on your homepage above the fold is a great place to start. I can't tell you how many of the scales of justice and Lady Justice images I've seen on lawyer websites.
Yeah, right. So if business has been slow during COVID, what are some of the things that attorneys can do to keep the ball rolling?
Yes, so I think that in the midst of everything that's been going on, we've actually been getting a lot of calls from people who said, I've had marketing and branding as something on the back burner for so long, but I, good and bad, have all this free time now, and so now I'm able to address some of these things. So I would say that even though it seems like it might be counterintuitive to spend money when it may not be coming in as it was before, continuing to push out a narrative explaining what you do and how you can help people is so important, because people are absorbing content even more than they were before. People are all over social media. They're finally clearing out their inbox with their 1,000 emails. And so you want to be part of the places that people are already visiting. So pushing out social media posts consistently, making sure that you're sending out emails that are explaining to people any adjustments to the firm. So if you guys are doing virtual consultations, if you are changing up your hours, if you are adding practice areas even, it's important to make sure people are aware of that and that you continue to push those out, and having systems in place that once business picks back up, you're still getting that content out there.
And what are some of the things that you can help folks with?
So specifically, Spotlight Branding can help in terms of website design, blogging, email newsletters, social media, and we do video, which is becoming pretty huge. I'm sure you can't scroll on Facebook for 2 seconds without seeing a video pop up. It is definitely taken over.
Okay. Anything else that you want to share as far as, I think like the referral and the networking is our two key areas. Can you think of anything else that you might want to share with everybody about that?
I would say that, again, just reinforcing that even though it's not as easy to network in person as it was before all of this hit, that anytime you can send, even if it's like a little handwritten card or a quick little email, just as you're able to, people respond so well to those unprompted and almost surprise, thoughtful little things like a handwritten note or an email out of the blue. And it goes a long way, and people remember them for a long time. So as you find yourself with a little bit of extra time, thank the attorney that sent you a referral a few months ago. Reach out to the past client that you had a year or two ago and see how they're doing. I say those little gestures are exponentially important and powerful.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things that I'm trying to remind people to do, or like exactly what you're talking about, is we all have telephones, and telephones are still there and supporting us, and we can actually humanize, keep things human, even though we have to social distance, by using the telephone. And just pick up the phone and call past clients, call current clients, ask for referrals when you're calling. Call and just check in on people for no reason, meaning like, are you okay? How's everything going? How's your health? Like, it doesn't have to be necessarily asking them for something. And certainly you want to have a method in place where you can call people and even ask them for referrals. Do you have any friends or family members that you can think of that would appreciate a welcomed phone call from me? No reason to not ask that. And then to even build your referral network of law firms that you want to have in your arsenal that you can refer people to that you can't help.
And even along with that, kind of building off of it, I would say another really important thing is to make sure that you're capturing that contact information. So if someone, if someone tells you, yes, actually I do have a family member that I think would appreciate a call and to chat with you, make sure that you're holding all that information somewhere. You've got a database or even just a spreadsheet, because all that information is so valuable and you can do so much with it. So making sure that you're really keeping track of all that, even as you get like cards as you're networking, once we're able to do so again. I think that's really important. But I love a personal telephone call out of the blue. I think they're wonderful as well.
Yeah, personal telephone calls I think are making a comeback because everything is social distancing. And you know what? I heard recently from a few people, like we do a lot of telephone conference calls in our business, and we don't really do a lot of video with Zoom. I mean, we do when somebody else asks us to do it, but we do a lot of conference calls because it personalizes it more and it's easier. There's less technical issues, and we have found by doing them, we're getting comments from people that they're so relaxed and they feel like, oh, what a breath of fresh air. Finally, I don't have to get on a Zoom video again.
That is definitely nice.
Yeah, they get to have a phone conversation with somebody and not worry about Zoom and setting everything up and how do they look and is the plant in the right place and all of those things.
I agree with that. I've been trying to find a new background for myself recently, so I love the idea of not having to be on video.
Yeah, and
the
thing is like,
setup.
Yeah, well, the telephone you can listen to the audio too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else that you would like everybody to know about you, Jana? Anything at all?
About me, the only other thing I'd say is that, if you're interested in chatting further about, referral marketing or story brand or, quality content, I am more than happy to talk with you and, explain our strategy and see if we might be able to help you out as well. And I gave out my email address at the beginning. Should I say it again?
Sure, definitely.
Just in case. Okay. It is it's Jana, Jana, at spotlightbranding.com. You can even check out our website. It's spotlightbranding.com. And we have tons of resources on there. As a content company, we practice what we preach, and we are constantly putting out different resources. We have a podcast, we do webinars, and have blogs and infographics and videos. So no matter what way you absorb content, I can guarantee you there's something on there for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at your website right now, and I see a lot of free resources on here. The Law Firm Marketing Minute, marketing that actually works, 10 ways better content will help you grow your law firm, Back to Business report, ideal client checklist, the 10 truths of internet marketing, 10 ways to establish a premium brand for your law firm, the anti-SEO report, recession report, legal marketing live, and so on and so on and so on. So, yeah, that's really great. Well, all right, and I'm just going to open it up for one quick moment here and see if there's any questions or comments. Does anybody have any questions or comments that you would like to ask? This would be the time. And remind everybody about Spotlight Branding. And big thing I'd like to remind everybody about is relationships. Build stories. Try to find ways to get more personal with your clients and your prospects and your networking list and your referrals, and just humanize the conversation more. Remember, you're not really in the legal business as much as you're in the relationship and healing business. That's the real business you're in. All right, well, I guess we don't have any questions or comments today. Thanks so much, Jana. We really appreciate it. So long, everybody. We'll see you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.